Okay, I'm gonna get into the 5 dislikes about the 2022 Ford Bronco Badlands Sasquatch 2.7 liter 10-speed automatic Lux package. Make sure you check out the description for the 5 things that I like about the Bronco, because I like a lot more about the Bronco than what I dislike. The 5 things I dislike about the Bronco is, number 1, kind of hit and miss, but some people's it's good, some people's it's bad. Ours is kind of bad, and that's what I'm talking about, is the noise. Like, you can't hear it now because I'm only going 30, but on highway speeds it does get noisy, and that's, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be nitpicking here because there's not anything I really hate about this car. It's a good car, I recommend it, but even now I'm going 35, you may be able to hear that. I mean, you can definitely still hold a conversation, but it's noisier than other cars when the cabin's enclosed, and that's not really a fault of the Bronco because it's not meant for that. The doors come off, the roof comes off, so it's just kind of inherent that it's loud and noisy, and I personally just turn the music up loud to drown wind noise out. You also got 35-inch tires making noise. If you're looking for a silent car, the Bronco's not that. The Bronco's not a silent car, but it's yeah, it's a little noisy. Another thing, it's not really a complaint of mine, but I can see it being a complaint of others, and that is the MPGs. So it's a V6 and it's only getting, well, right now I'm getting 18.1 miles per gallon. Its combined city and highway is 17 miles per gallon, and that's because it's not aerodynamic at all, and it's not trying to be. I mean, it's a brick in the wind. What do you expect? It's not aerodynamic. It's not going to get good MPGs, but that's not why you buy it. You buy it because it's a Bronco and you go off-road. The MPGs really aren't the greatest, but it's whatever, you know, you kind of just deal with it. My 4th thing I dislike about the Ford Bronco, it kicks up a lot of rocks, and I know if you're watching this, you probably know that that is a current problem that a lot of people do know, that yeah, it's a problem. It kicks up a lot of rocks. You just get mud flaps, which yeah, we did. We got mud flaps for the front because it was chipping the paint. We live in a gravel driveway and it was kicking up a lot of rocks and scratching the paint, and that's not really what I have a problem with. The problem is that Ford doesn't really offer, like, they kind of know it's a problem. It kind of has you going out of your way to get some aftermarket mud flaps, which is fine, no big deal for me. I like working on cars and installing aftermarket stuff, but I really do think it would have been a good idea to have mud flaps from the factory an option. I really think that that should have been an option from the factory. Yeah, a lot of rock chips. I mean, you drive it for 5 minutes and it's gonna get dinged, so unless you're installing your mud flaps there at the dealership, it's probably gonna get scratched. I made this list with my parents, my mom and dad. They're obviously older than me. A thing that I'll have to bring up as a complaint, not for me, but on their behalf, is it's hard to get in and out. Now, like I said, for me, I'm 19. You know, they're kind of old. They got bad hips and bad knees. It's hard, and it's a tall truck. I'm not gonna lie. It's the Sasquatch package, Badlands, 35-inch tires. It's not the easiest thing to get in and out of if you're old. So I would definitely think about that. Like, my parents had a hard time getting in and out. Me, no problem. We did install a step on the rock sliders. That's making it easier, and these handles are making it easier for them, which I think is great. It's again, if you're old, it's kind of hard to get in the back. I mean, even for me, it's not hard, it's just a little awkward to climb into the back. The back seat's not like small, like it's not as small as a Mustang. Like, you can fit adults back there easily. A little hard to get in and out of, and a little awkward and hard if you're old to get in the back as well. But Ford does a good job with these handles on the sides and up here, makes it really easy. What up, guys? Something I forgot to mention that I absolutely hate and despise. I don't know how I didn't think of this, but it's this little button right here, the auto start and stop. You have to turn that on every single time you get into the Bronco. I know they make kits aftermarket. I never use this. I hate this feature. I wish you can just disable it. I'm legit considering getting into the hood or wherever and just like ripping the wire out. Like, it's dumb, and that really sucks, is the auto start stop. So we have to turn that off every time. So that kind of sucks. That was my 5 things I dislike, but I want to get into an honorable mention. The price. I'll be transparent with you here. We got kind of loaded out. We got the roof rack, the upgraded bumper, the Badlands Sasquatch Lux package. So it's not cheap. It came in around 60 grand Bruh. With everything included, taxes and fees, you know, which is a lot. It's a lot for a new car. But I asked my mom, I said, well, do you think the value is right? And she said, yes, the value is right. And I I happen to agree with her. I think the value of this car is spot on for MSRP. Now, that's for MSRP. I know a lot of these are kind of hard to get for a lot of people. They're kind of a hot commodity right now. People are struggling to get them. So you see a lot of markups on it. And I think it's not worth it to pay over MSRP. So if you're looking to get one, MSRP or under, I think that's fair. If it's over MSRP, I don't think it's worth it. That's what Ford is saying the vehicle is worth. That's MSRP. Manufacturer suggested retail price. That's what Ford themselves thinks this vehicle is worth. For you to pay 70, 80 grand for a Bronco Badlands, it's not worth it, if that makes sense. So that was just an honorable mention. Kind of unique for this time. Maybe in 2, 3, 5 years, they'll be a lot easier to get. Probably used ones will be good selling for a reasonable amount. Yeah, those are my dislikes for the 2022 Ford Bronco Badlands Sasquatch. Sure to check out my video on the things I like about it. There's a lot more that I like about it than what I don't like about it, and that's a good thing. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe because I got more Bronco content coming to you. And like I said, be sure to check out that other video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Woof woof out. Fortnite move! Oh, Fortnite move!